Hello everyone. This audiobook contains master words with meaning, examples, synonym and antonym. Cataract. The word cataract has two different meanings. 1. A medical condition that causes a clouding of the lens of the eye, leading to impaired vision or blindness. Example 1. My grandfather had to undergo surgery to remove a cataract from his left eye. Example 2. If left untreated, cataracts can cause permanent vision loss. 2. A large waterfall or steep rapids in a river. Example 1. The Niagara Falls is a famous cataract located on the border between Canada and the United States. Example 2. We went on a hiking trip to see the cataracts in the nearby national park. Synonyms for cataract: medical condition clouding, opacity, film, blurring, dimming. Antonyms for cataract: medical condition clarity, transparency, brightness, acuity, sharpness. Synonyms for cataract: waterfall, rapids, cascade, chute, falls. Antonyms for cataract: waterfall, stillness, calmness, tranquility, placidity, serenity. Catastrophe. The word catastrophe refers to a sudden, widespread disaster that causes extensive damage or suffering. Here are two examples of the word in a sentence. 1. The earthquake in Haiti was a catastrophic event that left thousands of people homeless and without food or water. 2. The company suffered a catastrophic loss when the factory burned down, destroying all of its inventory. Synonyms: 1. Disaster. 2. Calamity. 3. Cataclysm. 4. Misfortune. 5. Tragedy. Antonyms: 1. Success. 2. Boon. 3. Triumph. 4. Blessing. 5. Victory. Catcall. The word catcall is a noun and a verb that refers to a loud, shrill whistle or shout, usually intended to express disapproval or ridicule. Examples: times the singer was met with a barrage of catcalls and jeers from the audience. Times the construction workers were subjected to catcalls and lewd comments from passers-by. Synonyms: times booing, times hissing, times jeering, times mockery, times taunting. Antonyms: times applause, times praise, times acclaim, times approval, times commendation. Catechism. The word catechism has two meanings. 1. A summary or exposition of religious doctrine, often in the form of questions and answers. 2. A book containing a summary or exposition of religious doctrine, often in the form of questions and answers. Examples: 1. The Catholic Catechism is an essential guide to the teachings of the Catholic Church. 2. The pastor taught the children the Baptist Catechism during Sunday school. Synonyms: 1. Doctrine, teaching, creed, belief, dogma. 2. Handbook, manual, guide, instruction, primer. Antonyms: 1. Heresy, unbelief, skepticism, doubt, agnosticism. 2. Inaccuracy, disinformation, untruth, falsity. Categorical. The word categorical is an adjective that describes something as being unconditional or absolute. It can be used to describe a statement, argument, or decision that is definitive and does not allow for any exceptions or qualifications. Examples: 1. The manager gave a categorical assurance that no layoffs would occur. 2. The judge's ruling was categorical and left no room for interpretation. Synonyms: 1. Unconditional. 2. Absolute. 3. Definitive. 4. Unqualified. 5. unambiguous. Antonyms: 1. Conditional. 2. Qualified. 3. Ambiguous. 4. Tentative. 5. Uncertain. Cater to. The phrase cater to means to provide what is desired or needed by someone or something. Here are two examples. 1. The restaurant caters to vegetarians by offering a wide range of vegetarian dishes on their menu. 2. The company is looking to cater to the needs of its younger demographic by creating more interactive and engaging content. Synonyms: times accommodate, times satisfy, times serve, times meet, times provide for. Antonyms: times neglect, times ignore, times refuse, times deprive, times withhold. Catharsis. Catharsis refers to the process of releasing and thereby providing relief from strong or repressed emotions. It is often used in a therapeutic context, where it is believed that experiencing and expressing emotions can help a person achieve emotional healing. Examples: 1. After her breakup, Emily found catharsis in writing poetry. 2. Some people find catharsis in physical activity, like running or dancing. Synonyms: 1. Emotional release. 2. Purification. 3. Cleansing. 4. Emotional healing. 5. Venting. Antonyms: 1. Repression. 2. Suppression. 3. Inhibition. 4. Denial. 5. Restraint. Catholic. The word Catholic has multiple meanings depending on the context in which it is used. Below are two different meanings of the word Catholic, along with examples and synonyms, antonyms for each. 1. Catholic, adjective, relating to the Roman Catholic Church. Times. Example 1. The Catholic priest delivered a powerful sermon during Sunday Mass. Times. Example 2. The Catholic Church has a long and complex history, spanning over 2,000 years. Synonyms: Roman Catholic, papal, ecumenical. Antonyms: Protestant, non-denominational, secular. 2. Catholic, adjective, universal or all-encompassing in scope or interest. Times. Example 1. Her taste in music was Catholic, encompassing everything from classical to hip-hop. Times. Example 2. The museum had a Catholic collection of art, spanning different periods and styles. Synonyms: all-encompassing, comprehensive, universal. Antonyms: narrow, limited, exclusive. Caucus. The word caucus can have a couple of different meanings depending on the context. 1. A caucus can refer to a meeting of members of a political party or group to select candidates, plan strategy, or make decisions. 2. A caucus can also refer to a group of people with shared interests or goals who meet regularly to discuss and promote those interests or goals. Examples: 1. The Democratic Party held a caucus to determine its nominee for the upcoming election. 2. The local environmental caucus meets once a month to discuss ways to reduce pollution in the area. Synonyms: assembly, conference, meeting, gathering, convention. Antonyms: disbandment, dissolution, separation, disunity, incoherence. Caulk. The word caulk means to fill a gap or seam with a waterproof material to make it airtight or watertight. Example 1. The plumber caulked the edges of the sink to prevent water leakage. Example 2. The shipbuilders caulked the seams of the hull to prevent seawater from entering the vessel. Synonyms: seal, plug, fill, stop up, pack. Antonyms: unplug, open, uncover, reveal, expose. Causal. The word causal is an adjective that refers to something that is related to a cause or causes. Here are two examples of its usage. 1. The researchers found a causal relationship between smoking and lung cancer. 2. The increase in crime was not causal, but rather a result of other social and economic factors. Synonyms for causal include causalistic, causative, causatory, antecedent, and contributory. Antonyms for causal include non-causal, non-causative, non-causatory, coincidental, and random. Caustic. Meaning, caustic refers to a substance that can corrode or burn the skin or other materials, or to someone who is sarcastic or critical in a bitter way. Example: 1. The caustic chemicals in the lab need to be handled with extreme care. 2. His caustic remarks left her feeling hurt and offended. Synonyms: 1. Corrosive. 2. Abrasive. 3. Cutting. 4. Sarcastic. 5. Scathing. Antonyms: 1. Gentle. 2. Mild. 3. Pleasant. 4. Soothing. 5. Kind. Cavalcade. Cavalcade is a noun that refers to a procession of people riding on horseback or in vehicles, often for ceremonial or celebratory purposes. Example 1. The annual Thanksgiving Day cavalcade featured floats, marching bands, and dancers from around the region. Example 2. The royal cavalcade, complete with horses, carriages, and armed guards, made its way through the city streets to the palace. Synonyms: 1. Parade. 2. Procession. 3. Pageant. 4. Convoy. 5. Caravan. Antonyms: 1. Dispersal. 2. Dissolution. 3. Separation. 4. Division. 5. Scattering. Cavalier. The word cavalier can have multiple meanings depending on the context. Here are two possible definitions. 1. Noun: a mounted soldier, especially one who fought in the 17th century for the royalist side in the English Civil War. Example: the painting depicts the group of cavaliers charging into battle with swords drawn. 2. Adjective: showing a lack of concern, dismissive. Example: the boss's cavalier attitude towards the employee's concerns caused resentment in the workplace. Synonyms for the adjective definition: times nonchalant, times indifferent, times unconcerned, times carefree, times heedless. Antonyms for the adjective definition: times concerned, times attentive, times conscientious, times careful, times cautious. Cavil. The word cavil means to find fault unnecessarily or raise trivial objections. Example 1. Instead of addressing the main issues, he always cavils about minor details. Example 2. The judge refused to cavil and insisted that the lawyers should stick to the facts. Synonyms: nitpick, quibble, carp, criticize, fault find. Antonyms: praise, approve, commend, compliment, laud. Cede. The word cede means to give up, relinquish or surrender something, often territory or power, to someone else. Here are two examples of the word in use. 1. The king was forced to cede control of the city to his enemies after a long and bloody siege. 2. In negotiations, both sides agreed to cede some of their demands in order to reach a compromise. 5 synonyms of cede are surrender, relinquish, yield, hand over, give up. 5 antonyms of cede are retain, keep, hold, take, seize. Celebrated. The word celebrated is an adjective that describes someone or something that is widely recognized or acclaimed for their achievements or reputation. Examples: 1. Picasso was a celebrated artist who was known for his unique style and innovative approach to painting. 2. The restaurant is famous for its celebrated chef who has won numerous awards for his culinary skills. Synonyms: 1. Renowned. 2. Famous. 3. Distinguished. 4. Eminent. 5. Well-known. Antonyms: 1. Obscure. 2. Unknown. 3. Ignored. 4. Dismissed. 5. Anonymous. Celerity. Celerity refers to swiftness or speed in movement or action. Examples: 1. The emergency medical team responded with celerity to the accident site. 2. The athlete impressed everyone with his celerity in completing the race. Synonyms: speed, quickness, rapidity, haste, velocity. Antonyms: slowness, tardiness, delay, lethargy, sluggishness. Celestial. The word celestial refers to something related to the sky, heavens, or universe. It can also be used to describe something that is divine or spiritual in nature. Examples: 1. The night sky was full of celestial bodies, including stars, planets, and the moon. 2. Many ancient cultures believed that the gods resided in the celestial realm. Synonyms: heavenly, divine, ethereal, otherworldly, spiritual. Antonyms: earthly, mundane, terrestrial, secular, material. Celibate. Celibate is an adjective that describes someone who is unmarried and abstains from sexual activity. It can also be used to describe a state or condition of being abstinent. Examples: 1. The monk took a vow of celibacy and devoted his life to spiritual pursuits. 2. After her divorce, she decided to remain celibate and focus on her career. Synonyms: abstinent, chaste, pure, virgin, virtuous. Antonyms: promiscuous, licentious, libertine, unchaste, wanton. Censor. The word censor can have different meanings depending on the context. 1. As a noun, censor refers to a person or an institution that examines books, films, letters, or other materials and suppresses or removes anything considered objectionable or offensive. Example 1. The government appointed a censor to review all media content before it is published or broadcasted. Example 2. The university library has a collection of censored books that were banned in certain countries for their political or religious views. Synonyms: examiner, evaluator, inspector, arbiter, adjudicator. Antonyms: advocate, defender, promoter, supporter, protector. 2. As a verb, censor means to examine, suppress, or delete parts of a book, film, or letter that are considered objectionable or offensive. Example 1. The film director was forced to censor some scenes to meet the rating guidelines for a younger audience. Example 2. The letters sent by the soldiers during the war were censored by the military authorities to prevent sensitive information from falling into enemy hands. Synonyms: screen, delete, redact, sanitize, expurgate. Antonyms: publish, disclose, reveal, uncover, expose. Censorious. Censorious is an adjective that describes someone who is highly critical or disapproving, often in a judgmental or fault-finding way. Examples: 1. The editor was censorious of the writer's work, constantly nitpicking at every little detail. 2. My mother-in-law is always censorious of my parenting choices. Synonyms: critical, fault-finding, captious, carping, hypercritical. Antonyms: complimentary, approving, uncritical, non-judgmental, forgiving. Censure. Censure is a verb that means to criticize or condemn someone or something strongly. It can also refer to an official reprimand or criticism of someone's behavior. Example 1. The senator was censured by his colleagues for his inappropriate behavior during the committee meeting. Example 2. The book was censured by the religious group for its controversial content. Synonyms: 1. Condemn. 2. Criticize. 3. Rebuke. 4. Reprimand. 5. Chastise. Antonyms: 1. Praise. 2. Commend. 3. Approve. 4. Acclaim. 5. Applaud. Centigrade is a scale of temperature where water freezes at 0 degrees and boils at 100 degrees at sea level. It is also known as Celsius. Example 1. The temperature outside is 25 degrees centigrade. Example 2. The recipe calls for baking the cake at 180 degrees centigrade. Synonyms: Celsius, metric system temperature scale. Antonyms: Fahrenheit, Kelvin. Centrifugal meaning: moving or directed outward from the center or axis, or tending to move away from a center. Example 1. The washing machine uses a centrifugal force to spin the clothes and extract excess water from them. Example 2. The centrifugal force created by the rotating amusement park ride made my head spin. Synonyms: 1. Outward. 2. Expanding. 3. Divergent. 4. Radiating. 5. Scattering. Antonyms: 1. Centripetal. 2. Converging. 3. Focusing. 4. Contracting. 5. Consolidating. Centripetal. The word centripetal means moving or directed toward a center or axis, or tending to unify or bring things together. Example 1. In a centrifuge, the centripetal force separates the different components of a mixture. Example 2. The centripetal motion of the planets around the Sun is due to gravitational attraction. Synonyms: converging, focusing, unifying, cohesive, centralizing. Antonyms: diverging, scattering, disunifying, decentralizing, disruptive. Centurion. Meaning of centurion. Centurion is a military rank used in ancient Rome for a professional officer who commanded a unit of 80 to 100 soldiers. Example 1. In the famous biblical story, the centurion who asked Jesus to heal his servant demonstrated great faith. Example 2. Julius Caesar himself was once a centurion before he rose to power as a consul and later a dictator. Synonyms of centurion: 1. Commander. 2. Captain. 3. Officer. 4. Leader. 5. Superior. Antonyms of centurion: 1. Soldier. 2. Recruit. 3. Private. 4. Enlisted man. 5. Subordinate. Cerebral. Meaning of cerebral. Cerebral refers to something related to the brain or characterized by intellectual or mental activity. Example 1. The cerebral cortex is the outer layer of the brain responsible for processing information from the senses. Example 2. The author's writing style is very cerebral, often exploring complex ideas and philosophical themes. Synonyms of cerebral: 1. Intellectual. 2. Thoughtful. 3. Cognitive. 4. Brainy. 5. Mental. Antonyms of cerebral: 1. Physical. 2. Bodily. 3. Sensory. 4. Emotional. 5. Instinctive. Cerebration. Meaning of cerebration. Cerebration refers to the process of thinking, especially deep or intellectual thinking. Example 1. the scientists' breakthrough was the result of years of cerebration and experimentation. Example 2. In order to come up with a new strategy, the CEO encouraged cerebration and brainstorming among the company's top executives. Synonyms of cerebration. 1. Thinking. 2. Reflection. 3. Contemplation. 4. Rumination. 5. Deliberation. Antonyms of cerebration. 1. Distraction. 2. Inattention. 3. Boredom. 4. Vacuity. 5. Stupidity. Ceremonious. Meaning of ceremonious. Ceremonious refers to something that follows a formal or traditional ceremony, or is marked by elaborate formality and etiquette. Example 1. The president's arrival was announced with a ceremonious procession, complete with marching bands and military honor guards. Example 2. The company's annual award ceremony was a ceremonious affair, with formal attire and speeches by top executives. Synonyms of ceremonious. 1. Formal. 2. Ritualistic. 3. Pompous. 4. Grandiose. 5. Stately. Antonyms of ceremonious. 1. Informal. 2. Casual. 3. Unconventional. 4. Simple. 5. Low-key. Certitude. Meaning of certitude. Certitude refers to a state of complete certainty or confidence in something. Example 1. The scientist spoke with certitude about the accuracy of her findings, based on years of research and experimentation. Example 2. Despite the risks, the adventurer undertook the expedition with certitude, confident in his skills and preparation. Synonyms of certitude. 1. Certainty. 2. Assurance. 3. Confidence. 4. Conviction. 5. Sureness. Antonyms of certitude. 1. Doubt. 2. Uncertainty. 3. Insecurity. 4. Indecision. 5. Hesitation. Cessation. Meaning of cessation. Cessation refers to a stopping or discontinuing of something, usually temporarily or permanently. Example 1. The ceasefire agreement led to a cessation of hostilities between the two warring factions. Example 2. The sudden cessation of funding caused the non-profit organization to shut down its operations. Synonyms of cessation. 1. Termination. 2. Discontinuation. 3. Halt. 4. Stoppage. 5. Interruption. Antonyms of cessation. 1. Continuation. 2. Persistence. 3. Resumption. 4. Renewal. 5. Perpetuation. Cession. Meaning of cession. Cession refers to the act of relinquishing or surrendering something, especially territory or rights, usually through a formal agreement. Example 1. The Treaty of Paris in 1783 marked the cession of British colonies in North America to the newly formed United States. Example 2. The company negotiated a cession of intellectual property rights to a competitor in exchange for a share of future profits. Synonyms of cession. 1. Surrender. 2. Relinquishment. 3. Yielding. 4. Abandonment. 5. Waiver. Antonyms of cession. 1. Acquisition. 2. Retention. 3. Possession. 4. Control. 5. Claim. Chafe. Meaning of chafe. Chafe means to rub or irritate something, usually causing discomfort or annoyance. Example 1. The tight collar chafed against the athlete's neck, causing a painful rash. Example 2. The delay in the project was beginning to chafe on the team's morale as they felt frustrated and impatient. Synonyms of chafe. 1. Irritate. 2. Rub. 3. Grate. 4. Upbraid. 5. Fret. Antonyms of chafe. 1. Soothe. 2. Comfort. 3. Delight. 4. Please. 5. Calm. Chaff. Meaning of chaff. Chaff refers to the husks of grain or seed that are separated during threshing, or can refer to worthless or unimportant things. Example 1. The farmer collected the chaff from the threshing floor and used it as animal feed. Example 2. The writer ignored the chaff of trivial details and focused on the essential elements of the story. Synonyms of chaff. 1. Husks. 2. Straw. 3. Debris. 4. Rubbish. 5. Trivia. Antonyms of chaff. 1. Wheat. 2. Substance. 3. Importance. 4. Value. 5. Significance. Chaffing. Meaning of chaffing. Chaffing refers to playful teasing or banter, often between friends. Example 1. The siblings engaged in good-natured chaffing over their favorite sports teams. Example 2. The colleagues passed the time with light-hearted chaffing, joking about the office gossip and latest news. Synonyms of chaffing. 1. Teasing. 2. Bantering. 3. Jesting. 4. Ribbing. 5. Mocking. Antonyms of chaffing. 1. Praising. 2. Complimenting. 3. Honoring. 4. Revering. 5. Admiring. Chagrin. Meaning of chagrin. Chagrin refers to a feeling of embarrassment, disappointment, or annoyance caused by failure, humiliation, or frustration. Example 1. The student felt chagrin after receiving a low grade on the test she had studied so hard for. Example 2. The athlete experienced a sense of chagrin after losing the championship game to his rival. Synonyms of chagrin. 1. Disappointment. 2. Embarrassment. 3. Frustration. 4. Humiliation. 5. Irritation. Antonyms of chagrin. 1. Satisfaction. 2. Pride. 3. Triumph. 4. Elation. 5. Gratification.